working with Jomo was just such a delight. And he was a fan of Hill County, and he knew the film, and he knows my sensibility. His first suggestion was, I want the film to look like your large format photography. You know, I want it to feel like the slide film you shoot. I want it to feel that sort of rich, sort of southern, saturation. And having the first conversation with him, within 5 minutes, I knew that he was the guy, because it already started to feel like a conversation that was generative, as opposed to a conversation in which I was telling him what I'd like to do. Just immediately on board and trying to figure out how to execute it, and possibly, which is, I think it's kind of still unknown, like what the meaning of making a film of this camera directionality meant. And it's just such a delight. He's a master of light, of mood, and as you see, it's a gorgeous piece. Normally I wouldn't like a question about the technical aspect, only because I'm not a technical guy. Like, it's about the ideas. And in this sense, the technical aspect is so intertwined with kind of what we wanted to create, in that we shot with Sony Venice, and Sony Venice has Rialto mode, which allows you to separate the lens and a small capture plane from the main body, so we can shoot at 6K, but have it almost function like a DSLR. So it's a lot heavier, because it is obviously a huge camera, and has these cables that are connecting to the main intelligence of the machine. But it allowed us to be like very, very, very mobile. And then we were able to shoot in 4:3, which we wanted to shoot in 4:3 because it sort of integrates and engages with archival from the television era, so we don't have to do any aspect ratios and swaps in post. And so the idea of like using archival footage, shooting like POV, black POV, and then having this be on that same plane on IMAX just seemed like this sort of, with like the types of archival we were using, from actual Dozier to like interstitial moments from the Black Archive, was like this way of creating this like really fresh capsule, like bizarre aesthetic of blackness, I mean, the archive is now, like, we are creating part of the archive, obviously, and it's such a fraught and dangerous space when one considers the power dynamics of the camera, especially historically, from people being captured and their likeness being used for whatever nefarious reason, or not nefarious reason. Like, there's not a quality there with Jim Crow and with racism. And so, yeah, the only place that is, I think, resistant to that, according to bell hooks, is the Black Family Archive. I love this line that Wittgenstein has, which is something along the lines of, the meaning of a word is its use. And makes sense when you hear it, but if you apply it to images, to me, the meaning of an image is its use, right? If you take an image of your mom and she's doing something like very innocuous, but then you use it, juxtapose it with something nefarious, it like takes on a new meaning. And so to rescue these folks, to like create this space, is to genuinely produce like new meaning.